Have you ever wondered what to say if a police officer talks to you in English?
I have. And honestly, when I get nervous, I forget every English word I know.
Don't worry. In this video, you'll learn simple, real English phrases for a police conversation.
So don't just listen, speak with us.
Let's get started.
Section 1. The first important rule. Stay calm.
Before we learn any phrases, let's talk about something more important than vocabulary.
Grammar?
No.
Vocabulary?
No.
My beautiful pronunciation.
Definitely no.
Ouch.
The first thing is simple. Stay calm.
Easier said than done.
True, but when you're speaking with a police officer, you don't need perfect English.
Really?
Really?
So I don't need to speak like a news reporter.
Absolutely not.
Thank goodness.
You need to communicate clearly.
That's different.
Very different.
So simple English is okay.
Yes.
Short sentences?
Yes.
Asking someone to repeat a question?
Yes.
Saying, I don't understand.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That's actually one of the most useful sentences you can know.
I don't understand.
Exactly.
What if I don't understand because the officer is speaking too fast?
Then say, sorry, could you say that again?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Perfect.
Or, could you speak a little more slowly, please?
Excellent.
That's a long sentence.
It sounds longer than it is.
Let's break it down.
Sure. Could you
Could you
speak a little more slowly,
speak a little more slowly,
please?
please?
Put it together.
Could you speak a little more slowly, please?
Great.
I feel powerful already.
Don't get too powerful.
Why?
You're still Paul.
Fair. Speaking practice.
Okay, everyone listening, let's practice.
Your turn.
Imagine someone asks you a question, but you don't understand.
Don't panic.
Take a breath.
And say, sorry, could you say that again?
Again.
Sorry, could you say that again? One more time, but naturally.
Sorry, could you say that again? Excellent.
See, you're already doing it.
Scene 1. A police officer approaches. Let's imagine a real situation.
Oh no?
You're walking down the street.
Okay.
You notice a police officer walking toward you.
My heart is already beating faster.
The officer says, "Excuse me,
Yes?
can I talk to you for a moment?"
Sure.
Good.
That's easy.
Exactly. You don't need a complicated sentence.
Sure.
Or, of course.
Of course.
Or, yes, how can I help?
Yes, how can I help?
All natural.
What if I'm nervous?
Your voice might sound nervous. That's okay.
What should I not do?
Don't start speaking too quickly.
That's what I do.
I know.
I speak faster when I'm nervous.
And then you make mistakes.
And then I get more nervous.
And then you speak even faster.
It's a beautiful cycle.
It's a terrible cycle.
Section 2. Asking for help.
Now let's imagine you are the person who needs help.
This sounds more comfortable.
Imagine you lost your wallet.
Actually, that's happened to me.
Of course it has.
Why do you say that like you expected it?
Because you once lost your keys while holding them.
That was one time.
You looked for them for 20 minutes.
We don't need to discuss this.
Fine.
Thank you.
So you lost your wallet.
Okay.
You see a police officer.
I walk over.
What do you say?
Excuse me.
Good.
Could you help me?
Perfect.
I lost my wallet.
Excellent.
That's enough?
It's a great start.
What if I want to explain more?
You can say,
I think I lost it somewhere around here.
I think I lost it somewhere around here. Or,
I can't find my wallet.
I can't find my wallet. Very natural.
What's the difference?
I lost my wallet means you don't know where it is.
Right.
I can't find my wallet focuses on the fact that you've looked for it but haven't found it.
So both are useful.
Exactly.
Mini conversation.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes, I lost my wallet.
When did you last see it?
I'm not sure.
Where were you?
I was at a coffee shop nearby.
Do you remember what the wallet looks like?
Yes, it's black and small.
That's a simple conversation.
And I understood almost everything.
Exactly.
But let's make it harder.
Why?
Because I like suffering.
You definitely don't need to suffer to learn English.
Section 3. Describing something you lost.
If you lose something, you may need to describe it.
Like a wallet.
Right.
Or a phone.
Exactly.
Or keys.
Yes.
or my dignity.
We already discussed that.
Sorry.
Fine. Let's learn some useful descriptions.
Okay.
It's black.
It's black.
It's brown.
It's brown.
It's small.
It's small.
It's large.
It's large.
It's made of leather.
It's made of leather.
It has my name on it.
It has my name on it.
There are several cards inside.
There are several cards inside.
Great.
What if I don't know the exact details?
Don't invent details.
Good point.
Just say what you know.
I'm not sure.
Exactly.
I don't remember.
Good.
I can't remember exactly.
Perfect.
Those phrases are useful everywhere.
Exactly.
Real-life example. Let's pretend I lost my phone.
Okay.
I'm going to speak first.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
I lost my phone.
When did you last have it?
I had it about 20 minutes ago.
Great.
I think I left it at the restaurant.
Good.
It's a black phone.
Good.
I don't remember the exact model.
Excellent.
How was that?
Very natural.
Did I pass?
You passed.
Yes.
Don't celebrate too early.
Why?
You still haven't found the phone.
Oh.
Section 4. When someone asks you questions. Now, let's talk about something important.
Questions.
Yes.
I hate questions
Why?
because questions require answers,
That's generally how conversations work.
unfortunately.
A police officer may ask basic questions to understand what happened.
Like what?
What happened?
Easy.
Where were you?
Easy.
When did it happen?
Easy.
Did you see anyone?
A little harder.
What did the person look like?
Harder.
And maybe, can you describe what happened?
That's a big question.
Yes, but you can answer with simple sentences.
That's the key.
Exactly.
How to answer what happened.
Let's say someone asks, Emily as officer, what happened?
I could say, I was walking home.
Good.
Then I noticed my bag was missing.
Good.
I looked around, but I couldn't find it.
Excellent.
Then I came here to ask for help.
Perfect.
4 simple sentences.
And they tell a complete story.
So I don't need one giant sentence.
Please don't make one giant sentence.
I was going to.
I know.
Speaking practice. Telling a short story.
Let's practice.
Ready?
Imagine this. You were shopping. You put your phone on a table. You left the store. Then you realized your phone was missing. What would you say?
Okay. I was shopping.
Good.
I put my phone on a table.
Good.
Then I left the store.
Good.
A few minutes later, I realized my phone was missing.
Excellent.
I went back, but I couldn't find it.
Perfect.
So I came here to report it.
Great.
That wasn't too difficult.
Exactly.
Section 5. I don't know is a good answer. Emily, here's something I think English learners worry about.
What?
What if I don't know the answer?
Then say you don't know.
That's allowed?
Of course.
So I can say, I don't know.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Yes.
I'm not certain.
Yes.
That's actually useful.
Very useful.
Sometimes people think they have to answer every question perfectly,
That's a common mistake.
especially when learning English.
Right.
We want to sound smart.
But clear is better than complicated.
That's a great sentence.
Remember it.
Clear is better than complicated.
Exactly.
Section 6. If you don't understand.
Now, let's practice one of the most important situations.
I don't understand.
Exactly. That's the phrase.
Yes. Sorry, I don't understand.
Good.
Could you explain that?
Excellent.
Could you say that again?
Perfect.
Could you speak more slowly, please?
Great.
What does that mean?
Very useful.
Could you repeat the question?
Excellent.
These are confident sentences
Exactly.
because asking for help is better than pretending.
That's an important lesson.
Natural conversation.
Emily is officer. Can you give me a description of the vehicle?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Emily is officer. Can you describe the vehicle?
Oh, yes.
Emily is officer. What color was it?
It was dark blue.
Emily is officer. Do you remember the license plate?
No, I'm sorry, I don't remember.
That's completely natural.
And I didn't pretend to know.
Exactly.
Section 7. Describing a person.
Now, imagine you witnessed something and need to describe a person.
This sounds harder.
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
You can describe basic things.
Height?
Yes.
He was tall.
Good.
She was short.
Good.
Hair?
Yes.
He had short black hair.
Excellent.
She had long brown hair.
Great.
Clothes?
Exactly.
He was wearing a black jacket.
Perfect.
She was wearing a red shirt.
Very good.
Age?
You can give an estimate if you're comfortable and if you actually have a reasonable idea.
He looked about 30.
Good.
She looked like she was in her 20s.
Good.
So, looked about is useful.
Very useful.
Mini story.
Let's create a situation.
Okay.
You are walking home.
Uh-oh.
You notice someone running out of a store.
That sounds suspicious.
You speak to an officer.
Okay.
Emily as officer. Did you see the person?
Yes.
Emily as officer. Can you describe him?
Yes, he was tall.
Good.
He had short, dark hair.
Good.
He was wearing a gray jacket.
Good.
I think he was carrying a black bag,
Excellent.
but I'm not completely sure.
Very important.
Why?
Because you're clearly separating what you remember from what you're uncertain about.
So I think and I'm not sure are useful.
Very useful.
Section 8. Time expressions. Another thing you may need is time.
Time?
Yes, when did something happen?
Yesterday.
Good.
This morning.
Good.
About an hour ago.
Great.
Around 8 o'clock.
Excellent.
A few minutes ago.
Perfect.
Last night.
Good.
Earlier today.
Great.
I don't remember exactly.
Very useful.
Practice.
I'll ask a question.
Okay.
When did you lose your phone?
About 30 minutes ago.
Good.
Your turn.
When did you last see your wallet?
I think I saw it this morning.
Excellent.
One more.
When did you see the person?
Around 9 o'clock.
Great.
Section 9. Location questions.
Now let's talk about places.
Where?
Exactly.
Where were you?
Yes.
Where did it happen?
Yes.
Where did you last see it?
Exactly.
Easy.
The challenge is answering naturally.
Let's try.
Emily, as officer, where did you lose your wallet?
I think I lost it at the coffee shop.
Good. Emily, as officer, which coffee shop?
The one on Main Street.
Good. Emily, as officer, when were you there?
Around noon.
Perfect.
That's actually a very useful pattern.
Yes.
Where?
Place.
When?
Time.
What happened?
Event.
Who?
Person.
My English teacher brain is waking up.
Be careful.
Why?
You might start giving us homework.
Never mind.
Section 10. Reporting a lost item. Let's do a longer conversation now.
I'm ready.
You're reporting a lost backpack.
Okay.
Emily, as officer, hello, how can I help you?
Hi, I lost my backpack.
Emily, as officer, when did you last see it?
About an hour ago.
Emily, as officer, where were you?
I was at a park.
Emily, as officer, where in the park?
Near the main entrance.
Emily, as officer, what does the backpack look like?
It's black and medium-sized.
Emily, as officer, is there anything special about it?
Yes, there's a small blue keychain on it.
Emily, as officer, what was inside?
A notebook, some books, and a water bottle.
Emily, as officer, do you know where you left it?
I think I left it on a bench.
Emily, as officer, are you sure?
I'm not completely sure.
Excellent.
That sounded real.
Because it is based on normal conversational patterns.
And the sentences are simple.
Exactly.
Speaking practice.
Now it's your turn.
Don't just listen.
Speak. Imagine you've lost your bag.
Say, I lost my bag.
Again.
I lost my bag.